Hey, welcome to Country Carnivore. My name's Gwen. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you being here. So today we're going to cover a new way to make carnivore hamburger buns or buns. This is fantastic. I made it the other day. I posted it. You guys are going crazy looking for the recipe, so I'm doing this video now. I meant to do it yesterday, but I got distracted buying a car from Bryson. In exchange, Bryson subscribed to my channel. Seems like an even exchange. So I appreciate you, Bryson. Thank you. Let's get into this video. So these are hamburger buns that have a fantastic texture. They're a lot easier than my other bun recipes in that there's not tedious separation. It's easy ingredients. So let's just go over the ingredients. The one caveat is I actually don't know the measurements yet. I did one batch. I need to perfect it. And so what I'll do is I'll just be updating the video during the editing and letting you know what we finally use. So I do know a couple things. One is I started with 8 eggs, right? So you want 8 eggs, crack them all in a bowl, yolks and all, right? Easy peasy. Next is baking powder, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And for those of you that panic over, it's carnivore, it's a mineral. It's okay. Well, it's several minerals. But anyway, it's just baking powder, 2 tablespoons. That I know. I also did 1 teaspoon of Redmond salt, salt to taste. And if you guys want to add seasonings, you can, right? It's a bun recipe. Now here's the fun part. I'm going to start with 3 cups of dried whole milk. Okay, so this brand, when you look at the ingredients, it's whole milk. That's it, right? So it's a really clean brand. It's Hoosier Hill Farm. If you guys want to find that, I'll link below. I also happen to have a freeze dryer, so I could just freeze dry my own whole milk. But for those of you who want to spend far less money than a freeze dryer, here you go. Dried whole milk. All right, so let's get started. So right now I've got everything. Well, yeah, I have everything in here. That's not true. I've got eggs. I've got my 8 eggs, my 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and my 1 teaspoon of salt. And now you just need to mix it up. So you want some kind of a mixer. It could be a stand mixer. I'm just using this because it was handy. You could whisk it anyhow you want to do it is fine with me. I don't really care. Let's just mix it all together. Okay, all mixed together. It didn't take but a second, so no big deal. Now I have my 3 cups of whole dried milk, and I'm just gonna put it in here. I'm gonna put about half of that and mix it in, and then I'll just keep adding it and adding it and adding it just to keep mixing it in slowly but surely, because it's going to form really a pretty thick dough that you can hold in your hand. Okay, at some point this is going to become very thick and your mixer's not going to want to play with this anymore. So then you're going to switch over to a spatula and you're going to continue to manipulate it, or whatever you want to do to it. So I'm just going to clean this up and then continue with the spatula and make sure everything's really well mixed. All right, the mixture is done. My oven is preheating to 350. Actually, it's preheated to 350. This is the other fun thing. I don't actually know how long to cook these for. So I'll be updating the video with that information as well. So we're definitely winging this together, but I can tell you the end product's delicious. The other thing I want to mention is despite a large amount of eggs, it doesn't taste eggy, which I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a carnivore, palate at this point. I mean, I ate 6 eggs for breakfast, but I really don't think it tastes eggy. So I expected it to, and it didn't. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and I've lined a cookie sheet with parchment paper. And you need to remember these things expand to be really big. So you want lots of spacing. If you want large buns, I'm not a fan of large buns, but I know there are some people who really like large buns. If you want really large buns, and I mean like plate size, like Texas toast, huge, giant buns. I feel funny saying buns so many times, but if you want them really big, then you're going to divide this into fourths, and you're going to have 4 big old balls of bun material here, and that's it. I'm going to go with 8 because I think 8 would be good for a hamburger bun size for just putting 1 hamburger on there. I'll show you guys what I did before when I first did this. I had to put 2 full-size hamburger patties on the bun, and it just dwarfed them. So I'll just post that here. Anyway, I'm going to get started. We're going to put this on here. Okay, so I'm using another method to scoop these out. I'm using, you could use your hands and divide this into eighths, but I'm using an ice cream scoop here, with the lever to release, and I'm just dipping it in water because that helps with the dough. If you've ever worked with actually making bread, your hands will stick if you don't get them wet. Same principle. So what I'm doing is I'm just scooping these out nice and full and plopping them on the cookie sheet. Okay, these are ready to go in. I've only done 6 on this sheet because remember, the expansion is tremendous. So that's it. We're going to bake these. I'll let you know how long to bake. I'm actually going to queue up another sheet for the remaining 2, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just wait on this one and whatever, I'll figure it out. Anyway, we'll be back with some finished buns. Let's say buns one more time. While these are baking, if you decide to shape these with your hands, just really make sure you get your hands really, really good and wet. Have a nice big bowl of water just setting aside. You're going to work with it, get your hands wet, and repeat. It's just the easiest way to handle it. All right, the buns are done. I just want to show you what they look like. If you wanted them to be brown, if you like brown buns, this is kind of an awkward conversation, but if you like your buns a little bit browned, all you need to do is melt some butter and sort of brush it on there, and then just put them back in the oven for a minute, and the butter will brown up nicely. And you'll see that in my other picture with my giant buns that I made. But here we go. Here are the buns. This was 25 minutes. I cut one to show you. Let's see here. Just to show you what the inside looks like. So the baking powder and the eggs are both leavening agents, and that's why we get these beautiful like air bubbles in here. There you go. So hope you like this one. I didn't add any special seasonings to this, but you could even do like an everything bagel seasoning or sesame seasoning, whatever you like. It's just a base for you guys to work with, and yet another way to have hamburger buns, and it's way easier than the other recipes where we're separating eggs and all that tedious stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. And again, thanks for coming to the channel. Bye.